So if you're a funding or credit entrepreneur, you need to know how to create irresistible offers so good that your client would feel stupid saying no to you. That's the topic of today's discussion, so let's dive in. All right, you've probably seen the book, $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozi, and in that book, which is an incredible book, if you haven't gotten and read it 10 times, it's like the Bible, it should be on your desk, you should be reading it daily, and along with $100 million leads. But in the $100 million Offers book, he talks about creating an offer so good, so irresistible, people would feel crazy and stupid to say no to your offer. So how do you create that kind of offer in the funding space? Well, let's unpack this. Most funding companies, it's all about getting the client pre-approved and then getting funded, getting them the money, wham, bam, thank you, man, out the door. And that is okay to have that mindset of being very quick and efficient, but over-delivering value and creating an irresistible funding offer is what is going to set you apart from the competition out there. So let's talk about removing friction in the process. The first thing you want to do is have a seamless pre-approval process, right? If your client is getting a pre-approval that's automated within about 90 seconds versus a lot of funding companies and brokers out there, they send them to Experian.com, it takes 60 to 90 minutes, you're going through the report manually, it's a very slow process, a lot of friction, that's not going to be good. So number one, you want to have a very quick, sexy pre-approval process where you can talk about their options very quickly. Within our funding machine community, we have AI that automatically pre-approves, underwrites, and looks at all the options, presents them so that you can get those out to your clients. So that's number one, a quick pre-approval process to remove the friction. Number two, you must have a best funding guarantee. One of the big objections that every client has in the funding space is, hey, I think the grass is greener, there's a better offer somewhere else. And so you must have a complete funding marketplace, everything from SBA to business lines of credit to 0% business credit cards, term loans, whatever it is, equipment funding, commercial real estate. You should have all of the different options out there on your marketplace. After that, let's talk about education. Did you learn about credit and money and finance in college or high school? Most people say no. I've asked that question to 100,000 entrepreneurs and business owners over the last few years, and 99% are like, no, I didn't learn anything, especially about credit. And that's where you can become the credit expert and educate them on, hey, this is why your FICO score is not as high as it could be. Paying down some of those maxed out cards is going to really boost you. Here are some cashback bonuses. You should be using this business card to pay your expenses, not the debit card, but the card that makes me $10,000 a year in free cashback rewards that I can use to take my family to Disney World or to invest in my business. You need to be teaching, educating, and empowering clients about some of these smart money strategies. So number three is going to be educate and empower that client with credit, with money strategies, and with combined strategies. Sometimes the client qualifies for a loan here, 0% interest cards there, and maybe SBA down the road. And when you can present all the options to them at once, that combination of funding expertise is going to also set you apart. An additional thing is you should be creating and building a community. We teach a lot of our funding machine community, hey, you should have a school community, you should have education, because you're in the business of funding, but if you're helping a new small business owner, you're also in the business of coaching and teaching them how to be entrepreneurs, how they can stop thinking like consumers and, worrying about this, that, and another. What they need to be worried about is sales. Get the funding. That money should only be invested into something you can put $1 and get $3 or $4 back out because you have good return on ad spend. You have strategic marketing strategies to win. And so a lot of it is educating, empowering them. Having a community, a school community is a great way to do this, where you can add videos and you can be delivering value through a school community that educates, empowers. You should be doing a monthly workshop, a webinar, a Zoom, where you can answer questions, where you can teach different things. And then that will also create referral partners by doing that. And last but not least, you should be delivering, in addition to the funding and the education, you should be including a fintech platform. And this is what we looked for, and we said, there's got to be a fintech platform that helps you as a business owner manage your bank accounts, credit cards, loans, lines of credit, all in one place. And we looked and we couldn't find one, so we said, let's build it ourselves. $500,000 later, My Figures was born. And so in your funding business, you should be licensing out My Figures and providing that fintech platform as a massive value add. And now your clients can, see all their accounts in one place. They can forecast cash flow, their profit losses automatically put together and created in the My Figures platform. And that fintech platform is, again, all of these things are going to create massive value in your business. So let's review. Again, a seamless pre-approval process is a must. Best funding guarantee, super important. Educate and empower the clients. You must have a complete business funding marketplace. And then you should also be offering the My Figures FinTech platform, because that is going to set you apart. Now they have this platform, and guess what the funding option is in there? Oh, it's your business. There you go, my friend. So those are the different ways to create an irresistible offer in the business funding space. Take action, build your offer, always be improving, always be making it better, never be satisfied with where you're at. And if you do that and you stay paranoid, you will build a 7 figures funding empire.